Have you ever noticed your dog tilting its head when you talk to it? It looks adorable, almost like your dog is confused. But what if that tiny head tilt is actually a sign your dog is thinking very hard about what you just said? In fact, scientists have studied this behavior, and the results reveal something fascinating about how dogs understand humans. Your dog might be processing your words. Dogs may not speak human language, but they are surprisingly good at understanding it. Some dogs can recognize dozens or even hundreds of words. A famous border collie named Chaser reportedly understood more than 1,000 words. But here's the interesting part. In a scientific study published in the journal Animal Cognition, researchers observed dogs while their owners asked them to fetch specific toys by name. They noticed something unusual. The dogs that actually understood the toy names tilted their heads much more often while listening to their owners. Scientists believe this head tilt may occur when dogs are mentally matching a word they hear to an object stored in their memory. In other words, your dog might literally be thinking about what you just said, but that's only one possible explanation, because the tilt may also help them hear something important. It helps them focus on sound. Dogs have extremely powerful hearing. They can detect sounds at frequencies far beyond human hearing. When a dog tilts its head, it may be adjusting the position of its ears to better detect where a sound is coming from. Veterinary researchers say this movement helps dogs analyze sounds more accurately, almost like adjusting a radar signal. This small adjustment allows them to determine the direction of the sound, the distance of the sound, and what type of sound it might be. So when you speak, your dog might tilt its head simply to listen more carefully to your voice. But there's another surprising reason dogs do this, and it has something to do with their face. Dogs may be trying to see your face better. Dogs rely heavily on human facial expressions to understand emotions, but many dogs have long snouts, and that snout can partially block their direct view of your face. Some researchers believe dogs tilt their heads so they can see your facial expression more clearly around their muzzle. This helps them read cues like whether you are happy, excited, or about to give them a command. In other words, your dog might be studying your face like a detective. But scientists have discovered one more fascinating clue behind this behavior, and it involves how the dog brain works. It may be linked to brain processing. Some researchers think head tilting is related to how dogs process speech inside their brain. In studies analyzing canine cognition, scientists found that head tilts may be connected to increased attention and mental processing when dogs hear human speech. In one experiment, researchers observed 40 dogs while their owners gave verbal commands. Head tilts appeared most often when dogs were concentrating on meaningful words. This suggests the head tilt might be a sign your dog is actively focusing on what you're saying, almost like a human nodding during a conversation. But there is still one final reason dogs may tilt their heads, and humans are actually responsible for it. Humans accidentally train dogs to do it. Every time your dog tilts its head, you probably react the same way. You smile, you laugh, you say something like, "Ah, that's so cute." Dogs quickly learn which behaviors get attention from their owners. So if tilting their head gets a positive reaction, they may start doing it more often. In other words, your dog might tilt its head simply because it knows it makes you happy. So the next time your dog tilts its head when you talk, it might be doing several things at once. Your dog could be trying to understand your words, focusing on the sound of your voice, studying your facial expression, concentrating on a command, or responding to your reaction. That adorable head tilt may actually be a sign that your dog is paying very close attention to you. and maybe even trying to understand you. Now we're curious. Does your dog tilt its head when you talk to it? Tell us in the comments, because every dog seems to have their own way of communicating.